Let's make a racket and party until noon. Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons in the cellar.
Hello, and welcome back to episode 2 of Hackmoor, the Quaking Court of the Cockroach Chalice. Sorry, I need to turn on some more light. As I explained last time, this is Hackmoor and not Quackmoor, but Hackmoor is my hack of my own game, Quackmoor, which is essentially a sort of, not literally, but I guess a hack of David Anderson's Blackmoor, but not in the sense that I'm trying to take every rule and make it into a sound hack or anything. It's just inspirational hack. That's one thing. And the other thing is that I do actually intend, like I did with Quackmoor, and sort of run, or the setting for Hackmoor is sort of the Blackmoor campaign setting, which a lot of people have run through the years. So I haven't yet dived into all the details around the map yet, but of course all the significant features on the map will be there, and also the sort of the different factions and whatnot. Hackmoor is not going to be like the very first years of like the really early years of Blackmoor, where it was sort of a miniature war game as well. So I have, of course, from time to time been reading the first fantasy campaign, and it's quite an interesting read. You should try and do it. So yeah, I mean, read it. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, so, oh yeah. I want to state that Hackmoor is sort of a rules-light interpretation or hack. So it's or compiled ideas I got more sort of compiled ideas through my inspiration from Blackmoor. So I think I needed to state that. Anyways, last time. Oh, let me wait a bit with this because I have been working a bit on my document. Let me get it up here because I've added some new classes. To begin with, when we made the character together, I think that was the... I cannot remember exactly who it was we made together. Oh yeah, it was Daffodil, sort of the elf variant, sort of, who had a ton of visual abilities. But I've been making new, and when I rolled these characters, there were only 3 different classes, and of course the different demi-human classes, the dwarfs, elves, and hobbits or halflings, as well. But we didn't have, or I should say what I have added perhaps, Just let me get it up here. So here we have the cleric. And then I added a paladin. And the paladin, oh yeah, and I also added some pictures. The paladin class is really at the moment perhaps the most, or the class I'm most unsatisfied with. It's not in any way done. Yeah, but it's just, yeah, I need to look further into that to see if this is actually what I like, so won't go much into it. Then we have the monk, which I'm quite happy about. Monk slash nun, I should say. And this is not like your usual early 80s kung fu monk. Although the monk is in my game sort of martial in the way that the monk is good with fighting with a staff, and can from level 3 use exorcism, like the cleric. That is what I call it instead of turning. So yeah, so I'm quite happy about the monk class actually. Then we got the fighter. We already have a fighter. Then we have a sorcerer I made. And by the way, these pictures are some old drawings of mine because I haven't started drawing anyone in any new drawings yet. They're sort of, they might go the sort of placeholders. I might be looking for another style in the game. I don't know. These I can draw quite differently, so I don't know what the style is going. Maybe it should just be different styles. I don't know. There's a little picture of the dwarfs and an elf and the halflings. Oh yeah, and oh yeah. So you would say that I only added the paladin and the monk. However, I intend to also add a thief and an assassin and perhaps a merchant who will also be a subclass of the thief. So assassin and monk would be sort of subclass of thief. But now all characters can sort of do thief stuff, or thievery in a way. So I have to figure that out. But the idea I had was that, not that I'm going to let anybody die in my game here, but if one of these characters were to die, I would take both the paladin, the monk, the thief, the assassin, and the merchant into account when rolling a new character. Also, if I rolled thief, assassin, or merchant, I would try and do it on the fly. So there's a bit of on the fly game design. You can perhaps expect that. Anyways, back to the dungeon, I should say. We ended up here last time, up here in room 3, where the party fought a giant cockroach that escaped, I think, with 1 HP. Yeah. So, and the situation is looking a bit dire because, yes, Daffodil only Lydia has 3 HP and Daffodil only has 1 HP. So that's not so good. I should perhaps play safe, go out of the dungeon, and get a new character. Let's see. That could be quite interesting, actually. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. And what I figure is that we can do that on the fly as well. I can do everything on the fly, I guess. Whoopsie. Because if they go, oh my God, out of the dungeon, back down here and out, I'm thinking like I would have to make some sort of town and this dungeon sort of nearby with just one hex in between or the hex next over or something. And this will just be a little village out in the nowhere. This wouldn't be in Blackmoor. Or the town of Blackmoor. This is not the dungeons of Blackmoor. Yeah, I think that could be quite funny to roll a new character. Whoa, exciting. Let's get out of here actually. So let me count how many squares it are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would have to roll. No, actually, because I'm only doing it every second turn, so I actually don't even have to roll for encounters. They get out on the start of the second turn. So right now they're out of the dungeon. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a little teeny weeny hex flower here. I'm going to pause the video while I do that. Yes, hello again. Back, I just quickly sketched out a little hex flower here, and I'm going to add a little village sign here. I don't know, the terrain. You know what? I'm going to get something extra up. Wait a minute. Yes, I just pulled up the sandbox generator. I'm not going to share it on the screen. I'm just going to roll the town or the village hex, see the terrain, and then I'm going to roll what hex the terrain of the dungeon hex. I'm not going to flesh it out now. So the starting biome, I need a 10-sided die for that. 3, it's grasslands. So, no, that is not the sign for grass, that is the sign for a swamp. Grass is this. And then I'm just going to draw a tiny house to symbolize that it's a village. And so in which direction is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the dungeon? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Down here. And let's do it. Same as previous hex. Okay. So there's a dungeon here. I'm just drawing a sort of an entrance to indicate that that's a dungeon. It's just the reason why I made it is just good to have if we're going on further adventures. I don't know if you can see it. Perhaps I should draw up the hexes we already know. So it's these two. The grass, the dungeon door. Right. Oh, yeah, and the little hut symbol with a little chimney. So, and this is, of course, going to number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, um, 1 down here is the village of, going to roll a village name, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh yeah, there I know that. I think they're 18 even. Oh, this is too little. Anyways, never mind. I think I'm going to remove myself for now. We don't need my face here. Dunk. Um, so going to release this. So yes, let's roll a name of the village. Let me find that chapter. Villages. A name. Oh, here we go. I need my 30-sided die. Yes, and a 24-sided die. Good that I have that. I have you the pride of my dice collection, my 30-sided. Oh yeah, sorry. By the way, sorry about those sort of glitches that my phone camera does. I don't know why it does it. Maybe somebody knows it. It's really annoying. From time to time, it does a little like it sort of like catches up or it has trouble thinking. Anyways, here we roll. I think I need to roll it. Yeah, I talked about my glow in the dark 30-sided die. Bum, bum, bum. First, I roll a 30-sided die. 21, E and A, and then I roll on further tables. E and I roll on table E, where the dolphin is. Oh yeah, here we go. And that's 100-sided or percentage die. 16 is burnt. Okay. Village of burnt. That's the first adjective. Sounds really cozy here. Burnt something. This is going to be funny. 21 again. Burnt market. Oh, what a catchy name. The village of Burnt Market. I love it. And the dungeon name was, what was it again? The Quaking Court of the Cockroach Chalice. Oh my god, that's so difficult to say. Okay, anyways, we are going to look for a character. And I'm not going to use the usual rules for looking for henchmen and stuff like that. I'm just going to the burnt market to find a new adventurer. So, but they're traveling back, and because they're going into sort of, I'm thinking that the village square is sort of peaceful. I don't think I'm rolling for encounters in that one. I will do it when I go back though. Maybe I should do it when I come out of the dungeon. I don't know. Should I do that? It will of course go wrong. Now I will roll a 1 and we will face a dragon. I called it. No, it did not happen. That's what usually happens when I play. So, anyways, we are in the the village of Burnt Market, and we are on the lookout for a new adventurer. In the sandbox generator, there are rules for hirelings and stuff like that, and I should say, how many hirelings you can find in a village and stuff like that. As I said, we're not going to go into that. I am just going to roll. Let me see. How do we do that? I want to make it random. I want one of the new classes. And I'm thinking that dwarves can be assassins and that halflings can be thieves, but let's do it like this. We have could be something we haven't had yet. So we have dwarves. We have elves. We do have, so we don't need an elf again. We have halfling. Oh, we also had a halfling. So a dwarf. We haven't had a paladin. A monk / nun. We haven't had a thief. Assassin. Or a merchant, as I said. I'm thinking that I don't think that I want to allow halflings to be assassins. They could be thief or merchants. Anyways. Um, hmm. Let's roll for class. So it's 5 entries here. So we roll a 10-sided and divide it by 2. That is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Assassin. Huh. I haven't even made an assassin yet. Interesting. But as I said, we we would make some character design on the fly. So why not? Hello, hello. As I was recording last time, I was sort of talking about on the fly that I was going to roll up the assassin class, and I actually did record it. However, I forgot to show the Google Docs document page while I was doing it, so it was really boring to watch my hands typing like this for 20 minutes or so while talking a bit. That is why I had to stop it a bit abruptly and take it from at the point where I sort of right before I started making the assassin class on the fly. So now I'm going to present to you what I sort of came up with. Yes, let me this time actually open it up. Let's see. There we go. Just need to get the document in the right size and scroll down to the yeah. Let me actually start with showing you all the classes before we dive in what I have so far and what we need, and then dive in on the assassin. Let me get my yes, this is the one. Great start there. So this is the assassin. I'm just going to scroll past it actually to show you what I've done so far. So I came up with an assassin sort of on the fly. And so now we have an assassin, a cleric, a paladin. I'm not 100% sure. I know I'm not done with the paladin class, but I'm not satisfied. I'm satisfied enough. Then the monk, which I'm quite satisfied with. Got the fighter, we got the sorcerer. I put some pictures in of a dwarf and an elf and a halfling. So that's what we have so far, and this means I still need the thief and the merchant classes. But let's dive in and take a look at the assassin. Wherever it... Oh, here it is. I still need a picture also of it. The assassin prime requisite is dexterity. I'm thinking about also adding perhaps add charisma as well. And then I'm thinking about one more ability actually for the assassin. But anyways, they sort of level as fast as a cleric, and they has as many attacks as a warrior. The assassin can only wear up to leather armor, but gets a bonus to armor class if they have 7 or more in dexterity. They can use all weapons. They can also use a shield, I should say. Then they got this ability called Death's Kiss, and that is the actual assassination ability. The assassin can assassinate its victim in one go. Prior to the assassination roll, the assassin must succeed and I'd put that quote unquote in hide in shadows roll, because it's not literally a hide in shadows roll. I'm going to give the thief class a thievery ability, and yeah. So I'm thinking I'm just going to call it hide or something, perhaps something like that, or concealment or something. I don't know yet. Okay, the assassin must succeed a hide in shadows roll. Is a dex check, followed by a successful stealth check, which is also a dex check, if the assassin is in melee. Furthermore, the assassin can only assassinate humanoids of the same or lower level than the assassin. I don't know why I wrote off. Than the assassin. When these steps are ticked, the player character rolls a dex check. If successful, the assassin kills the victim. The victim, however, actually, when the assassin has a successful dex check, the victim, the target, makes a death save. If the victim fails a death check, the victim is killed automatically. So there's quite a few steps that need to be successful prior to the actual assassination. Okay, then I have this ability called Master of Disguise. Requires a disguise kit, so the assassin can disguise himself. And I found that a bit funny because as you see in a moment, I'm going to allow dwarves to become assassins, and perhaps also elves, I think. But I'm thinking especially dwarves will perhaps have a hard time disguising as humans. But I mean, anyway, then I also gave them an ability called Master of Poison. At level 3, the assassin poisons become more deadly. Thus, the effect of poison is doubled, 2d6. And because in my rules, if you normally would get poisoned, it would be 1d6 poison. However, one vial applied to a pointed or bladed melee weapon has, or one dose, I should say, actually, maybe, is enough to, you can get 3 strikes or slashes, strikes, let's call it, of d6 bonus damage. Or if it's applied to arrow tips, so it's 3 arrows. Then I also gave the assassin trap detection, so it's +1 to wisdom checks. passively. The thing I'm thinking about is also this one, Master of Puppets. And I'm thinking that that would be a level 6 ability. And the idea here is that I want to be able to sort of that the assassin could in some way sort of half magically invoke powers on the battlefield. I'm not quite sure yet. I have an idea that it's working a bit like Charm Person. So, but anyways, all I know is that it's the idea is that it's at level 6, and it's sort of Charm Person-ish. But let's wait with that one. But yeah, our new character is not level 6 yet, so no matter about that yet. The character I rolled, which I also recorded, but I'm not going to use that recording. I rolled a dwarf called Gori. Dwarf assassin. He uses a couple of daggers and a crossbow. Yeah, so I actually wrote Master of Poison down here, which is actually a mistake. I should write level 3. Anyways, what also happened is that the party went back to town, and what I also did was that I made a little hex map of the town, or the village, I should say, called Burnt Market. I'm going to remove that one. So Burnt Market is right in the middle of the hex flower here. It's a little village. I have not fleshed anything out in Burnt Market yet. And the dungeon is right next door in the southeastern hex here, which was called the Quaking Court of the Cockroach Chalice. But I'm thinking a bit about again, actually, that I want to let Daffodil rejoin the group, because I was a bit harsh making just because she was low on health, just making a new character and then they go back again. So actually I'm thinking about letting the party rest, not going to keep track of days or anything here. It's just for the purpose of this playthrough. If I would, let's say, play a real campaign, I would keep track of days, not like one-to-one time, but I would just use a calendar, an imaginary calendar, and then go ahead on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everybody's health back up. So it's they're resting for, I don't know, 5 days or so in town. I could remove some of their coin. Should I do that? Or do they have some relatives they can live at? Who they can crash crash at? I don't know. 7 and 6. So I just bumped everybody's hit points back up again here. So 5 days has passed. Could say that I've removed sort of, what should we say, 4 coins from each. That must be enough. Now they really need coin. Oh yeah, especially Ghelfi, who has nothing left. He has a lot of inventory though, or equipment in his inventory. Oh yeah, what I can do, because we found the humongous sum of 7 points last time. So I could give them to Ghelfi just to pay him for a starting. I don't know, give him something. So let's give them all to him. So he has like 2 left. Oh. Oh, Almanaki has a lot of coin actually. 76 it must be. And 2 coins to Daffodil. So now it's getting, of course, I'm having I have a lot of characters on my hand now. And I also need this little paper over here. See what colors they were. I'm getting some. So I need a green and orange token. What is that? Blue token. And a yellow token. So the assassin, I guess, would cleave black. Isn't this black? I think it is. So that's character token. So there are 5 in the group now. I think we should just, what we can do here is we can, now that the party has rested, they found a new party member, they will go back to the dungeon. And I'm also thinking, of course, for who wants them to go and get the cockroach chalice? It's impossible to say almost. Who has sent them on this quest? Who is their benefactor or patron? My God, I have so much paper lying around here. I need the character sheets. I need this one. Oh my God. Yes, like that. With the assassin on board, I have so many new possibilities of playing in this dungeon, actually. Also, with the nice abilities I added to the sorcerer, I could make good use of that. So, yeah, I think I think everything is settled now. What we're going to do is that we're going to travel here from in the morning here, so it takes I don't know, 3 hours time or so. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to make an encounter roll. I knew it. I knew it. And now they all die or something, or the assassin dies or something. Okay, we have an encounter here in the hex of in the grasslands here. OMG. I'm going to use my white box rules for that. I could actually, because I have the first fantasy campaign. Let me 1 sec. Is there anything funny in that? I think there is a chart actually in there. Let me see. Where did it go? I'm just going to quickly pause the video and look for it. There's something about the lighting situation here that's also really off. Okay. Is it because my... No. Okay. Yes, I found it in the first fantasy campaign. The thing about the encounter matrix in that is that it looks... Maybe I should put it up for you. I'm not 100% sure about this. There's actually some of it that quite difficult to sort of paraphrase or read or actually make sense of. So I'm going to show it to you here. Let me see if I can get it up. How do we do that? Maybe, oh yeah, need to zoom out, but will you be able to read it then? Sort of like that. And as you can see, it doesn't tell how the mechanics worked, but it looked like as if when you have a hex or certain biome, you would roll, instead of rolling a d6, and if I rolled 1, you would get an encounter, you would roll a 20-sided die, and if you rolled, let's say, on the lower side of, or if you rolled low, from, let's say, in the open as we are now, 1 to 7 would give you an encounter. I'm not 100% sure because I can also see that they did use the outdoor survival board. So I'm not 100% sure about it. But what we can do is that we can, of course, roll a 6-sided die because I can see that there are 7 of the same, or 2 of the same entry on there. We've got lycanthropes 2 times. And that's of course because it's more likely that the party would stumble into lycanthropes. Perhaps I'm doing this all wrong, but we could roll a 6-sided die here. So, and let's just let it count from right. That's funny that you can move that in. You meet that in the open. So let's hope we roll a 4 actually. We encounter a right or rights. One sec. That is quite tough. One sec. Oh yeah. So the thing I was thinking was that I noticed it was spelled as right and not white or wraith. So reading in Swords and Wizardry, wraiths are sort of the buffed version of a white, but there's no right, W-R-I-G-H-T, in white box. If it's a white, then it's a 3-hit dice monster. It would make sense if they encountered one there because The thing I think I'm thinking since it's in the grasslands there, I'm thinking it's sort of a barrow mound, and whites live in barrow mounds or barrows, but whites they are undead and thus not affected by sleep or charm spells. Whites are immune to all non-magical weapons, with the exception of silver weapons. Any human killed or completely drained of levels, 1 level per hit, becomes a white. Drained becomes a white. In First Fantasy campaign, it says, so it sort of indicates that it's actually a white because they also talk about energy drain and not level drain. So you couldn't get level drained, as I see it. Anyways, we've used enough time of this on this. We're going down to the dungeon again. But if it's white, we do have a problem because none of us have any silver weapons or magical weapons. And let me see my turntable, the cleric's turntable. If they can even, oh yeah, level 3, perhaps actually the only chance we have is that our cleric can turn the white. Yes. Let's see. Lydia here has wisdom of 8 and a +1, so she will get +1 on her roll to if she was turning the or making an exorcism on the white. But I need to roll when I turn in this game or make an exorcism roll. I need to roll higher. This is not like an ability check. The higher I roll, the better. So I need to roll a 9 in order to get 10, because in order to turn a white at level 1, I need a 10. Okay, let's try and do this. I've used enough time on this. So as the party come nearer, or they are near the arrow mount thingy, they encounter a white. So I don't need to make any reaction checks. Are any sides surprised? Oops, wrong dice. We are the I don't know. We are the black die. Of course. We lost initiative. Oh no, we are surprised, which means that the white can attack. It's outside. I haven't made any rules yet for that, but when rolling distance outside, the encounters start a bit further away, or when we meet an encounter, because we got better time to flee. However, we are surprised, so I'm inclined to think that we are actually closer to the white. Anyways, I'm thinking, just for the sake of this, that the white attacks one of the party members. That is sort of really bad. Who does it attack? I've got all the characters laid out here on the my laptop here in front of me. So I'm going to roll a 10-sided die and divide by 2. And yeah. So that's 2. So because I round up. So that's actually, let me get the right marching order here. That's actually our cleric. Okay. So yes, here we go. It attacks. Actually, in my rules, my hack here, because monsters attack like the fighter, which means that the ghoul, not the ghoul, the white is level 3, which means that it actually has 2 attacks. That's bad. Okay. It misses. Lydia has an armor class of 4. And it misses. It is. So it does not. It attacks Lydia, but does not hit her. And now it's initiative. We are the black die. The white is the blue die. We win initiative. Thank God for that. So usually it would be. I actually got it wrong last time I made the video. Sorry. Actually, it's if a spell is prepared, spells go off first. No spell is prepared here. Secondly, it's missile weapons. Then it's melee. Then it's movement. Then magic. Then melee. So here, because let's just say that the white surprised it, we just surprised us. So just in our face, and everybody in the group can attack it, but nobody can actually hurt it. I don't know if they know that, but they probably, Lydia knows that and probably says, I'm the only one who can hurt the damn thing, or something like that. And then she raises up her holy symbol because she wants to. Turn it. I should say now that I have not settled whether turn is in every round of combat, or whether it's once per combat. I haven't settled on that yet. Or have I? Yeah, there's some text because I copied some of the text. Oh, you can't see that from my Quackmoor document. Some of the text is still from that. Okay. So let's make the roll. Boom! 9 plus 1 is 10, which is just enough to turn the white. So let me read up what happens when you turn. To turn, roll 2d6 and add wisdom modifier to the roll. For the cleric must roll equal to or higher than the corresponding number on the table below. Turned undead are turned for 2d6 rounds and will flee to the nearest exit. Yeah, that is if I don't know. There's no exit. We're outside. If fight is impossible, the undead will cover helplessly in the nearest corner. This is, yeah, this we are outside anyway. So okay, 10 turns. So that's almost that's 80 minutes. So the white is scared off of fleeing over the barrow mounds in the horizon, and we are going to run safely into the barrow mount. Um, so let's actually put over here like that. Character sheets over here, and the map here. We come in, so I'm actually going to turn it the other way. So this is south. Go down the stairs, and the question is, where do they want to go? We can go that way, we can go down that way, and we can go that way. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here again. But I'm going to, yeah, actually, I'm going to snap and disappear. 1 sec. Yeah, over here to the right, we're going to soon have to, because we're going to run out of paper. So we're going to say that the boundaries of this dungeon is going to end over here somewhere. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, one more little thing before we start. We need to a couple of things because the sorcerer class has a couple of things that would be we should check before we actually sort of go into the dungeon. And I should have taken care of that while we were in Burnt Market, the little village. And that is that mages can once per session roll uh, a potion, and because our mage doesn't know any potions yet, she hasn't yet identified any potions. It will be a random potion. That's one thing we have to do, and then one other thing I added. As I talked a bit last time, the familiar, the sorcerer's familiar, the sorcerers or wizards or whatever you prefer to call them, they can have they have a familiar, and the thing about familiars is that you can store a spell in them, and because they've rested for several days, Almanagi has stored a spell in her familiar that can be cast upon the sorcerer's will. So we do have an extra sort of backup spell in the familiar. However, familiars can actually be hurt in battle, and if the familiar is killed, or they can hurt in die in another under other circumstances, it is quite difficult to get a new familiar, and you can only get a new familiar like in the next session of play. So two things. We have to roll a random potion. Let's hope it's a healing potion. Something really helpful. Like a potion after cockroach slayer. So let's roll a potion. I haven't made any potions for my game yet, so I'm just using white box. Yes, potions. One ring stay. potions, so that's further back. Rolls. Also, you can also, with your familiar, you can also, if you have a scroll, you can cast the scroll into the familiar. Just so you guys know. Or store the scroll spell in the familiar. Let's roll it. Roll it, roll it, roll it. There's actually quite a high chance of rolling a, or higher chance of rolling a healing spell, both because there's 14% of rolling a normal healing potion, but also you can also roll a potion of extra healing. So, okay, let's do it. Yeah, I was going to say this. It's actually poison. And I don't think I bought poison for our assassin. So let's just give it to Gori. So he has a dose of a vial of poison, and until on level 2 and 1 and 2, the poison will just do its normal damage, which is 1d6, and they can also allow the saving throw to avoid the poison. But if it's applied to a weapon, it's only going to be for one strike. Slash or jab or whatever. Or for one arrow. Might want to. He does that already, I think. I'm thinking he has this. One of his. They're sitting right on the stairs of the dungeon and preparing a bit. Almanagi is handing Gori a vial of poison, and he will dip one arrow. So 19 bolts and one bolt plus poison. So yes, okay. The party decided to go over here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First time I have to roll in an encounter. No, not. It's only every second turn. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So they're here. And let's roll what's here in this corridor. Getting it up. Going down to the right. I'm using a level drains version of Osric's random dungeon generator. In the first video, I put up a link to it, so I'm going to roll. Turntable 24. It turns left 90 degrees. 8, 9, 10. So right about here, we have our second Turn. Also, one little thing I need to keep track of and I think we are now on our third hour of the lantern. So, yeah. Yeah, we have to roll the see if there's a wandering monster. Ooh, there is not. So here we are rolling again. And if we're going to the right, I'm thinking that this is the sort of the boundary. There's room for a room or chamber here, but we can't go any more to the right. I'm going to judge that. We're rolling again on the general table. Continue straight. Check this table again in 50 feet. Oh my god. So that's a long, long, long corridor. So that was 9 here. So no, 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a little 6 here. Side passage. See table 21. Right 90 degrees. So here is that I'm saying that it goes in here instead. And this passage continues 30 feet again. It's it. So, I'm going to ink this up a bit. So, which way do we go? Left or straight ahead? We go, this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so straight ahead. 7, 8, 9, 10. One more turn went by. Oh, actually, I should have rolled for passage with. Too late now, I already inked it up. It turns again. Consult table 24. Left 90 degrees. So like that. Here it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, interesting. A chamber. Roll on the 2B table. A chamber. 20 times 30. And I have decided to, when it's chambers, that it's D6. No, what did I think? D6, D8, sorry. I know it's a bit weird to use in a D6-sided game to use other dice, but let's do it. Actually, roll 1 sec. That's one thing I want to check because in chambers, I want to see the number of exits, maximum number of exits for a chamber. Huh. It seems actually like it's. I had a feeling. Oh, maybe it's just. It seems like the maximum number of exits is 4. So it would actually be just a d6 minus 2. Maybe it's because the chamber sizes just generate on this table in Osric table just generates more exits. I mean, or more often if it's chambers, several exits. I don't know. So let's just keep it at what it is. So it's a d6 minus 2. 0. And my rule is that if I end on a 0, there is a secret door. And we do have an elf in the party. Can the elf spot the secret door passively? Just I fucked up the marching order here. So, Daffodil, who's back on her feet, is going to roll. He has a wisdom of 5 and +1 spotting secret doors passively. So, that's 5, so that's 3. Yes, she spots the secret door passively. Fantastic. So the question is, where is the secret door? Uh, 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 um, here we go. On the left wall, but I have to turn the map a bit. I'm going to ink it up a bit. So it's on the left wall somewhere. So let's say 1, 2, 3, the top one corner, and 4, 5, 6 is there. So it's down here. Like that. The secret door. So because it's a chamber, we have to roll for exit direction. Straight. It seems like it goes up to this other one here. We don't know yet if there's another secret door here. Interesting. So I have to. We're drawing the room actually, so we have to roll for encounters. No encounters. But the thing is that I have to check this corridor to see. I'll roll it from this one here. Or here, it doesn't matter. Actually, we just have to roll a general on the general table. Side passage. Yes, we already know there's a passage here, but it says there's a T passage. So that actually means that it continues like this. That is very, very interesting. I think. Just doing some patching here. Because we know that this room no longer we can no longer get in there. So okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. um let's hope we get some action soon. Oh yeah, I forgot that the spell that uh Almanaki has stored in her little sparrow companion is the sleep spell. So I'm going to write companion here also. What I'm thinking could be funny now is that perhaps we could send either our assassin, who's quite stealthy, um, or the wizard, Almanaki herself, use her invisibility because she can see in total darkness, or at least for 30 feet in each direction, or in all directions, I should say, on a little scouting mission. She still needs to be quiet, I guess. Hmm. Oh, you know what? We completely forgot to roll room content down here. So the players move back and say, hey, we forgot to check the room. Let's do that. Oh my god. How could they walk past that? Maybe it's somebody that crept out of the floor planks or the ground after they moved through the room. Because we do have monster and treasure. So monster plus treasure. Brilliant. So let's roll on the white box table. Oh, giant centipede again. Um, didn't we already have that on the table here? Yes. 2d6 HD. 4 hit points only this one. It's not as big as the other one. Armor class 5. Okay. So, are any of the sides surprised? We are the black die. Nope. Okay. So it's in a pretty small chamber, so who wins surprise? I'm not going to roll a reaction roll of a centipede. It's simply going to want to eat the brains. So we lost initiative, and it's the centipede and it's going to attack one of the two at the front. So that is either Bello or Lydia. Ba-ba-ba-bum. 1, 2, 3 is Bello. It's Lydia. Lydia has an armor class of 4. That's a miss of the centipede, and it's only level 2, so it's only got 1 attack. So now it's us. I forgot to say what we intended to do, but I'm thinking I want to try something. There might not be time for it, but Govi can make a hide roll. That's just a dex roll. 6 minus 2, that's 4, so he disappears. And then it's yeah, I'm thinking that goes first actually, and then it's missile weapons, and I'm thinking because I don't know, I think we all walked into the room, so actually Almanaki can use her sling, so she's going to use her sling. She misses. Then it's movement. So everybody who wants to attack walks up to the centipede, but Govi is trying to sneak around it. That requires one more roll. He steps on one of the centipede's skull remains on the floor, and the skull lets out a creaking sound. Okay, so he exposed himself. Too bad. Oh yeah, that would, of course, it's not a humanoid, so it would just be a normal backstab. He couldn't assassinate the centipede, sadly. But okay, anyways, then it's actually magic. Does anybody want to cast magic? Nope. Nope, I don't think so. So it's Millie. And I'm thinking that Gory is last since he... Oh my god, I'm really good at mixing these characters around. So, Bello first. That's a hit. Oh, I forgot to say if it was plus. Let's just add +1 to damage. Okay, so Bello kills the centipede. It was kind of easy. And by the rules of White Box, there is only one centipede. It could, of course, change that, but the centipede die, and it awards how much XP? 240 XP. That's insane. So I'm going to roll a die. Meh, meh, meh. Okay, so that's 240 XP times 1 only. So that's not that great. Treasure. Dip, 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 dip. 240. So that's this table. Rolling a 6-sided. The higher, the better. Wow. I'm going to pause the video because this is quite a complicated roll and add it all up. So I made the roll, and it all adds up to 93 coin. And we need to divide that by 5 this time. Uh, uh, so that's sort of, let me just round up. That's 19 coin each. In fact, it's actually 18.6, but we can't do that really. Just rounding up. Being generous. And then also distribute the experience points for the monster kill. So that is 240 divided by 5. That's 48 XP. Actually, last time I actually added up after I finished recording what they earned so far. So, but this is plus 48. So, drop, 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 drop. Um, There's one thing I'm thinking about, because I can see that I'm thinking about the assassin and his abilities to be stealthy and hiding and stuff like that, that I perhaps need to do it differently, because initially I thought that this game, that everybody could be, do thief abilities and be sneaky, and you would just have to do your normal dexterity roll. But I'm thinking, aren't assassins and thieves better at it? So I'm thinking how I should do this. If I should perhaps, yes, that is a thought I want to store for later. Okay, so that actually took a turn, and then they have to rest. Oh my god. While resting, the party is surprised by yet an encounter. Great. Ooh. Oh. They encounter a level 4 fighter. Now that is really interesting. So that can actually be anything from human, dwarf, or elf and halfling. Be from all. So go to roll a 3-sided die. I'm going to say human, dwarf, elf, halfling. Human. And I'm also going to roll the fighter's alignment. 1, 2, lawful, 3, 4, neutral, 5, 6, chaotic. It's a chaotic fighter. Aha. We've got company. Okay. So, ooh. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Human. I'm going to find the human. Let me just pause it while I just find this. This shall be interesting, actually. Let me make a note for the human fighter. It's not necessarily, even though he's chaotic, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's evil, you know. Maybe we can negotiate with him. But let's roll his hit points. It's to, oh my god, that's 9. 12 hit points. And I'm going to say that he's either wearing chain or plate. So, not leather actually. So I'm going to say that 1 to 4 is chain, and 5 and 6 is plate armor. He's wearing chainmail. So that is armor class 5, but is he carrying a shield? 1, 2, 3 is no, 4, 5, 6 is yes. He's carrying a shield, so his armor class is 4. Okay. Okay. So where is he coming from? The secret door, or the western exit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's coming from this corridor down here and walks into the room. So first off, we roll surprise. Are any of the sides surprised? We are the black die. Nobody is surprised. Okay, then we have to do a reaction roll. Interesting. Let me find my reaction roll chart. So the higher I roll, the more positive the result. I roll 2d6. Oh, does anybody invoke, or does anybody have anything charisma thingy? Oh yeah, actually Lydia has charisma of +1. So, but she is lawful. I don't think that will add anything here. No, I don't. Perhaps the opposite. Actually, I'm going to say that would be the opposite. So I rolled an 8, so I'm thinking it's down to a 7, and we have 3 lawful and 2 neutral characters here. So I rolled a 7. That means that it's uncertain. Roll again. 9. Friendly. Huh. Huh. I don't really trust him. Okay. Anyways, there's the party encounters this call him this fearsome looking warrior fighter type walking into the chamber, but his body language signals that he's friendly, and they start talking to him. And what is his name? What shall we call him? I don't know. Should be. You know what? We're going to. I have this Monster Overhaul book, my favorite Monster Compendium. We're going to roll a name, and I think. Are there mercenary names in here? No. They're merchant names. The peasant names? Town folks, wizard names. Uh, uh, what about one sec? There must be uh, adventurer. There must be some sort of name. Oh yeah, here we go. Some adventurer names. Let's just say he's sort of a adventurer. So we're going to roll his name. 65. Mercurial, 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 Mercust, Mercurial Mercust. That was quite difficult to say. Whoa, Mercurial, Mercust. Uh, oh, let's see something about him. What was it I rolled? 65. Takes notes on a slate. Hmm. Skill, profession, architect. Build specialty tool, skull cracking plumb bob. What the hell is that? So he has maybe some sort of mace or something. I'm picturing him quite like a white architect. Maybe he's studying. He's here to study the architecture of this dungeon. Um, oh, he's wandering about around in the dungeon, taking notes on a slate. Yes, okay. So he's just here to. Yeah, maybe he's here for the secret door, writing notes about the secret door. We'll let him completely do that and let him be. I'm thinking we're just going to say hi, nice meeting you, nice knowing you, and then just completely let him do his thing. Maybe. Oh, hang on. Maybe we can ask him before we go if he has seen the knows anything about the cockroach chalice. Does he know anything about the cockroach chalice? That's a no. No, he does not. He's only here for the architecture. Okay. We're going to walk down here and we're going to roll on the general table. And we are, of course, waving goodbyes and being polite and everything to the Dark Knight architecture. Oh my god. No, I'm going to re-roll that. I rolled Wandering Monster. Sorry about that. We have a door location, and we have to turn it around. There's a door here on the left side, and in uh, in fact, this corridor continues straight out, but then it's either here a one-way secret door or a dead end. Okay, so 6, 8, 9, 10. Actually, whoops, the lantern goes out as we are around there. So, whoopsie. Going to quickly light another lantern because our sorcerer can see in the dark, so she doesn't panic and she lets. No, sorry, I'm wrong. Wrong. Not. Oh my god. Not the last. Now it's the last. Uh, hour of the lantern. I was wrong. Sorry, the light does not go out. Anyways, they check down here first to see whether it's a secret door or a dead end. So 1, 2, 3, it's a secret door. It's a dead end. So here is some sort of dead end. There is a door right here. Okay. So we're going to listen at the door. 2 of the party members can do that. Let's get somebody to the front who has a really good wisdom. Yeah, that's Ira. That's Lydia and Gory or something. Okay, come on. Yes. If there's anything behind the door, we cannot be surprised. We're going to open the door. So, Bello, get up here and open the door. Yes, he opens the door. Whoop. And what is behind the door? That took a turn. Did I forget to roll on this encounters there? I think so. No encounters. Behind the door. A room. This is the first actual room we are getting. The others have been chambers. Rooms are generally a bit smaller than chambers. And this one is 2. It's 20 times 20. Number of exits. 1 exit. Where is the exit? Huh. It's on the left wall. 1, 2, 3. It's in the top left wall. It's in the lower. There's a door down here. It's funny how this still amazes me, how these dungeons, randomly generated dungeons, always look really, really different. I mean, like, you always for some reason, get a new theme each time. I don't know. Okay. So the content of this room. It's empty. So it took a turn to draw it. That's my rule. No encounters. We're going to listen at the door. Six, Lydia, yeah. Yes. If there's something, we heard it. Let's force the door up. Yes, we force the door up. So, what's behind the door? And as you notice in my version of, no, not my version of White Box, but this is not White Box. I have other rules. It's a bit more easy to get stock doors up. Although it still takes some time actually. So actually, that took a turn, and we have to rest before we actually go in. That means that we are going to spike this door. I think one spike will be enough, so it stays open. And we rest. No encounter. But behind the now the lantern goes out, and we actually are we going to light it? I think we're going to save on the oil because we wanted if we got to throw it at someone. I think we're going to Almanac is going to use one of her torches instead. Oh yeah, I can keep track of the torch quite easily that way. Because of the turn tracker. Okay. So, what is behind the door? A straight passage. Okay, I'm going to say that that cannot really be, or that would actually be kind of strange architecture for the architect to come and look at. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to say there's actually another room. I'm just simply going to judge that because the corridor, the straight passage would just end here, which would be a sort of ridiculous, I think. So I'm going to say it's another room. Yes, it's another room, 20 by 20, and I'm going to say that there are no exits out of this room, because that would also be quite weird. There could actually be an corridor. No, there cannot because it's three. Let me see. Yeah, there's not room for one more corridor here. So I'm going to say that there is no exits in this room. Yeah, room content. Empty. Hmm. Okie. One turn to draw the room. No wandering monster. I'm going to go all the way back here or here. So 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3. So it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The reason why I'm counting to 10 is because we have the armored people cannot go any. They can go 10 squares for one turn on exploration speed. That is. Oh yeah, actually, they could go a bit further because they're sort of going back the way they have explored, so they could actually go twice the temple. I cannot remember. Okay, let's just keep it at this pace here. Now I'm confused myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Did I roll already? Can I remember? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we take a break here. We need to light another torch. What? But it's bum bum bum. So I'm rolling, and did I roll for? Cannot remember whether I rolled for Wandering Monster. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here I roll for yet another. It seems quite. We haven't run into any real problems yet. Oh dear, it says Wandering Monster. Should we just do that? Wandering Monster. No, that was a band of kobolds, and I'm not going to say that there are any kobolds in this here dungeon. Sorry, that's a reroll. We meet a fighter level 4 again. The question is it the same fighter? If it is, he's really fast. Maybe he discovered another secret door. But I'm going to ask the Oracle, is it the same fighter? Yes, but his mood has changed. uh, but this time he is not as friendly. I'm going to go with that. We need some action. Okie dokie. So maybe he found another secret door and come in this way? I don't know. Maybe he found a teleport path. We don't know. So I turned the map around to get the direction correct, and we actually have to roll the where it is he is coming from. So we roll that. Door. He's coming from a door. Whoops. Through a door. Not coming from a door, it's coming through a door. So that is kind of interesting because we couldn't see it before, so it has to be here. I'm adjudicating that. In the dungeon generator, you can also find a teleporter. I haven't ever tried finding a teleporter via the rolling yet. It could be funny though. So he's coming through this door. He looks pissed. Maybe he was lying before. Maybe he do know about the cockroach chalice. Maybe he wants to murder us now because we also want the chalice. Maybe he's shouting that. You shall not have the chalice. I shall murder you in the name of some satanic god. Okay. So, are we going to use, now that I actually pulled out the battle mat. Oh, one thing, we don't even know if any sides are surprised. No sides are surprised. No reaction roll is needed this time. And who wins initiative? He does. Good that I already rolled him up. He's got 2 attacks and all. Oh my god. We need to find a token that represents him. I'm thinking he's a black button. He's not a of this little button of a teddy bear. He's not going to be that one. He's the black button. So distance. This is just in squares, by the way. Actually, I could look it up. Let me do that. Oops. In this version of white box, there are many different white boxes. There is no distance. I don't know. Let's just say that it's squares then. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Way down here. It's all the way down here. So we've got what we got. Bello is yellow and Lydia is blue. Orange is Alma. And I'm going to say that the 2 wee people can be together in the corridor with Lydia. Like that. If there was space in this corridor, so funny. There's actually not room for it. They're saying that there could be room for 2 to 3, but there's actually not because one square is 5 feet, so that's 10, and the corridor is 10 feet wide. So I don't know. It's it's not. But I don't know. It does say it in these rules. Um, did I roll for initiative? I think he won, right? Yeah, he won. So, what sort of weapon does he carry? Oh yeah, it was a shield, so he has some. Oh yeah, and a mace. We know that he has that skull thump bob thing there. Skull thumper. Um, but the question is he going to charge? That could be funny, because then we can make an response attack. 1, 2, 3 is no. 4, 5, 6 is yes if he is charging. He's not charging. He's just running down. So boom. Who is he going to attack? Going to attack Lydia. He has 2 attacks. That's a miss. Right? Yeah, she has 4 in armor class. And his second attack. That's also a miss. Oh yeah, I didn't say if he has +1. Yeah, I guess doesn't matter. He doesn't hit anyway. No, it doesn't state whether he has +1 or not, so it doesn't matter really. I guess he has not. So it's our turn. We could just put him out with a sleep spell, but that wouldn't be very funny. I'm just going to say that. I'm just also going to say that Almanaki can't use her sling here. But we want to move first, so that movement before melee. So I'm going to say that Bello moves up here, and that our assassin goes flanking him here, and that our elf variant is here. Now we're going to could actually all attack him. No, because there's no room for those things. So, okay. Bello. He has an armor class of 4, and he's going to choose +1 to hit. Yes, that's a hit. Ooh, Bello. Bello is jabbing his spear into, what was his name? Mercur's guts. And simply halves his hit points. He does not look happy about that. So now it's either, let's just go here. So it's Lydia Come on, Lydia. Nope, she misses. And then it's Ghelfi. Ta-ta-ta-dum. Oh yeah, he had a poisoned crossbow bolt. Never mind. He's going to attack with his daggers. 4. That's not enough. That's not enough. Okay. Now it's Daffodil. He's a +1 to hit. So his armor class for her now is 5. That's 6 minus 2. That's 4. So that's a hit. Come on, Daffodil. Wow. That was sort of lucky or boring, however you look at it. This group is simply too strong for this level. Daffodil finishes him off. Oh my god. He drops to his knees and says something like, I think maybe from his backpack the cockroach chalice falls out and rolls on the dungeon floor. And he says, no. What does he? He just says no. I don't know. No. Okay, so I'm going to. I think I'm going to stop here, and we're going to two things have in mind actually. Is that I completely forgot that somebody. I talked about that a bit when I started the recording today. That somebody had probably sent us on this quest for the chalice, and that when we return the chalice to this person, this patron thing, we actually will get, of course, rewarded in some way. I don't intend to roll that on the camera here, but I will do that. And so that's one other thing. So we return or we give this cockroach chalice to this person, whoever he is. And yeah, and also experience points. So let me quickly see level 4. That should yield quite a lot of experience points. But there's no fighter in. Yeah, I don't know how much that would actually give. Let me see how much does. I'm thinking he was more tough than the centipede, and that yielded 240 XP. Let me find another hit dice 4 creature and see how much that rewards. Yeah. Wow, a unicorn is only hit dice 4. I would make a unicorn more powerful. Anyway, that's 240 experience points. I'm going to write that here and calculate after. But one idea I had actually, I don't know if I'm thinking about, let me show you what I had in mind with this group or role and not some new characters. I don't know yet. I'm actually thinking about running us through Castle Blackmoor. I'm just quickly going to show them. Whoops, I don't know if whoa, wow, what happened? Here. I don't know what happens if the map keeps disappearing on my PDF. Going to refresh it. Here we go. Let's see if I can. Whoops, wrong one. That was a picture of the castle itself. There we go. Because I don't know if I would be allowed to, I mean, it's a free PDF, so I'm guessing it wouldn't matter, but so this is level 1 and 2 of the dungeons. I'm a bit intrigued of running through this dungeon. There are 6 levels, I think, and you can see that the dungeon is quite humongous. And there's also the castle's floor plans, but they're not as interesting as the dungeon itself. Yeah. So that's an idea I had. I don't know yet. Well, so in many ways, this dungeon is over, but the party needs to be rewarded. So I'm going to stop the video for tonight. I feel a bit tired and also slightly ill. So I will have to stop it here. But I'm just going to say that the party gets out alive and returns the chalice and they get rewarded. So yeah. So thank you for watching me. It was watching me play. It was kind of we did get to explore a bit more, but it felt a bit easier this time than last time. And it wasn't even because we added the assassin. I don't know, we're just lucky with the rolls, I guess. That happens sometimes. We shouldn't complain about the lucky rolls, should we? So I'm guessing that that's all for tonight. So thanks for watching. See you